Hi everyone, myself CA Akhila Narayanan. I'm taking classes for CSEMA Intermediate Foundation 11 for law subject. So in this video we are going to see what is deemed preference capital. We know what is preference capital and what is equity share capital, but this is something new, deemed preference capital. So we can know by the name itself this is not actually equity capital or actually preference capital. There are some differences. So if we search on the net bare act or your study material, you are going to see this text as explaining what is deemed preference capital. But this sentence is also a little bit confusing. It is just not explaining the entire concept of deemed preference capital. So let's see what is written and then we can analyze it. So deemed capital is capital shall be deemed to be preference capital, despite that it is entitled to either or both of the following right. It says that even though they do have these two rights, they are considered as deemed preference capital. So let's check what are these two rights. So first right is in respect of dividend and second right is in respect of capital. So in respect of dividend, in addition to preferential rights to the amount specified as above means preferential rights, we all know preference shareholders has preference rights over dividend and capital at the time of winding up over equity shareholders. More than that, they are getting, it has a right to participate whether fully or to limited extent with the capital not entitled to preference right aforesaid. So our doubts are, what is this capital not entitled to preference right as aforesaid, and what is this participation? So if this participation may be fully or limited, we can check that later. So before explaining this, I want to tell you something about participating preference shares and this surplus of profit. For example, think we have a net profit of rupees 1000, just an example, and we are planning to pay dividend from this. So dividend is planned for equity shareholders dividend, sorry, first we need to pay preference shareholders dividend, so that comes around 200 maybe. Then for equity shareholders we planned around 300. So the surplus is part of retained earnings and this will go to reserves and surplus, right? These are in most of the cases for whom, equity shareholder or preference shareholders. The surplus is obviously for equity shareholder, right? But for your informations, we have some participating preference shareholders. Participating preference shareholders, what does that means? They have participation in this surplus, they are called participating. So participating preference shareholders are there, non-participating preference shareholders are there. So preference shareholders may sometimes have participation in this retained earning or surplus profit. Surplus profit means profit after dividend distribution. So normally this profit belongs to equity shareholders, sometimes this profit may goes to participating preference shareholders also. So if preference shareholders are having participation in this capital not entitled to preference rights, so this capital is not entitled for preference shares, these are for equity shareholders. But if they are participating in this surplus, it may be 100% participation or limited participation, whatever it is, then they are termed as deemed to be preference share capital, deemed to be preference shareholders अथवा deemed preference capital. So first, despite of the fact that they are participating in some surplus which are normally belongs to equity shareholders, they are considered as deemed preference capital. So even though they are getting something which belongs to equity shareholders, they are not equity shareholders, they are deemed preference capital. Clear? Then next category is similar to this. In respect of capital, in addition to preferential rights to repayment on winding up of an amount specified above, it has the right to participate whether fully or to a limited extent with capital not entitled to preferential rights or in any surplus which may remain after entire capital has been repaid. Just imagine at the time of winding up, in your asset side you have 1000 and in your liability side you have 800, and in your capital 70 of equity share capital and preference share capital 30. So after paying off, how much remaining? Here comes 900, here comes 1000. Then surplus assets, we have some surplus asset here, amounts to rupees 100. Normally what will happens to this 100? This 100 can be divided among equity shareholders, but sometimes preference shareholders may get participation in this surplus. They are called participating preference shares. So if the preference shareholders are participating in this surplus, which normally belongs to equity shareholders, they are not considered as equity shareholders but deemed preference shareholders. So we can summarize it like this: if somebody is enjoying the surplus of assets or surplus of profit, which are normally belongs to equity shareholders, they are not always equity shareholders, they are deemed preference shareholders. Fine. If preference shareholders are enjoying something which belongs to equity shareholders, then they are deemed preference shareholders, not equity shareholders. Clear? That's it.